Coming up on this special edition of UT 10 News.
We will have local coverage of election 2008.
And an evacuation at Scott Park raises concern for campus safety. Your news in 10 minutes starts now. Thanks for joining us. I'm Matt Culbreath.
And I'm Elise Chingari.
In this special Election Day edition of UT 10 News, we'll have a complete look at this unprecedented presidential election and how both sides of the issues are affecting students on campus.
But first, it's the end of an era at the Glass Bowl as Rockets football coach Tom Amstutz announces he's stepping down at the end of the season. Known as Toledo Tom, he reached an agreement with UT Athletic Director Mike O'Brien last week, which will allow him to remain with the university. At a Monday press conference, O'Brien discussed the timing of the announcement made just 2 days before the game against Akron.
Dan, it got to the point sometimes where it can be somewhat of a distraction. Tom wanted to go forward, I wanted to go forward, and thus we announced it now to get this piece of it behind us for all of us and obviously the team as well.
The university has treated me in a really first-class manner, a very professional manner, and they're taking good care of me. I'm going to continue working at the University of Toledo. I'm looking forward to that.
Amstutz has won 2 Mid-American Conference titles as head coach and taken the Rockets to 4 bowl appearances. His new position will be with the Alumni Relations Office. Last Friday, the Scott Park campus was evacuated due to a campus emergency.
UT 10's Mariana Joy was on the scene and has the details.
Authorities say around 11:30 a.m., 2 students were stabbed inside the hallway of the West Main entrance. Student witnesses say the victims were on the floor and blood was present. UT early college student Chantel Perkins says authorities acted quickly.
They're trying to get all the high school students out the way and back to the classroom center, and it was hard, but they got them out the way, but it was kind of like disruptive and kind of disgusting.
The UTPD and the Bureau of Criminal Investigation processed the crime scene and are continuing the investigation. UT Police Chief Jeff Newton says 2 suspects were directly involved in the assault and possibly up to 4 suspects fled the scene. 1 suspect has been identified but has not been apprehended. The 2 student victims were transported to University of Toledo Medical Center and were treated for non-life-threatening injuries and later released. For UT 10 News, I'm Mariana Joy.
Thanks, Mariana. This incident stresses the importance of a campus warning system. Reporter Amanda Patton takes a closer look at UT Alert.
Last Friday's Scott Park stabbing prompted the first real emergency use of the UT Alert system. Text and emails are a part of this system that warns the campus community of serious threats. Friday's incident occurred at 11:36 a.m., but the first UT alert was sent almost an hour later. UT Associate Vice President of Safety and Health Gary Jankowski says although the alert was never meant to be an immediate response, an hour is too long.
Ideally, you want to do it within 30 minutes if you can, and so we're always challenging ourselves to get it done faster.
Some students received the message 6 times. Others didn't get it until 2 hours later, or not at all. UT Vice President for External Affairs Larry Burns says that a cell phone company overload may be to blame for these issues.
So to send out 5,000 messages instantaneously on Verizon may cause some technological difficulties and delay.
Burns adds that UT Alert is not perfect, but it will get better. Unless you are signed up, you will never get the messages. For UT 10 News, I'm Amanda Patton.
Well, you know, the incidents like the one at Scott Park are the reasons why you should be signing up for UT Alert.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I signed up when it first came out. We'll be back in 30 seconds with exclusive UT 10 election 2008 coverage.
Rockets versus Miami, Friday, November 21st.
See you at the game.
Welcome back to this special Election 2008 edition of UT 10 News.
UT 10's Keisha Blanton went to the polls this morning where lines are already out the door for this historic presidential election.
I'm here at the Ottawa Park Precinct. The Board of Elections expects this to be the biggest turnout in voter history. Over 300,000 are registered in Northwest Ohio, and 80% are expected to vote. The board reports that over 68,000 votes have already been cast. Presiding judge for Precinct 12, Nader Carter, expected long lines.
So we have several machines, but I believe we do need more machines because this is a big precinct here. There's 2 precincts here, that's 12D and 12C. There's only 8 machines, and we do have an overwhelming line.
Precincts are open until 7 p.m. today. If you are in line by that time, you will still have the opportunity to cast your vote. For UT10 News, I'm Keisha Blanton.
And one of the voting precincts is right here on campus. UT10 was at Nitschke Hall earlier today to get voters' reactions. The lines were long this morning as students exercised their right to be heard.
I'm just glad that people come here and they get to voice somewhat of their opinion. And I liked who I voted for, so that's really all that matters.
You need to vote. They need to vote. There's a lot of college students that are, and you know, they really should have voted. Maybe 4 years from now they'll know.
Students here at the precinct in Nitschke Hall want to make a difference. If you want to be heard, you still have time to cast your ballot.
UT College Republicans made a final push to get votes in their favor. Reporter Meredith Kincaid has the story.
UT College Republicans believe they've made progress by promoting their candidate and gaining a Republican presence on campus. Their focus was on getting UT voters to vote for McCain and Palin. The last weeks leading to the election, the group says they haven't changed their strategy.
We're working at these next few McCain-Palin conventions, and basically still doing what we've been doing.
Most recently, the group has been urging students to hear positions by Republican State Representative Mark Wagner, as well as John McCain and Sarah Palin.
The group is excited about the election tonight, but win or lose, they can promise they're still going to be around on campus.
The UT College Republicans look forward to a chance to move into their new headquarters in downtown Toledo. Win or lose tonight, they're going to start preparing for the next election. For UT10 News, I'm Meredith Kincaid.
The UT College Republicans are not the only ones making a final push for their candidates. On Thursday, Bill Clinton paid a visit to Grove Patterson Academy here in Toledo. He spoke on Senator Barack Obama's tax plan, military tactics, creating jobs, and making it easier for some to go to college.
Barack Obama is the only candidate you can vote for president who has offered every American a sure path to a college education if they'll do community services,
Over 400 Toledo Democrats were in agreement, and they believe a victory will be the change needed for the working class. Former President Clinton says Ohio is pivotal.
If you win for him in Ohio, we'll win America on election day. God bless you.
You can tell Ohio is playing a major role in this election.
Yeah, and really, Ohio will probably end up being the state to pick the next president. We'll be right back.
Imaging technology has dramatically improved the diagnosis and treatment for patients worldwide. Right here at the UT Medical Center, we use the most advanced imaging technology for breast, heart, brain, and sports-related problems. This allows for the most accurate diagnosis and effective treatments. Investing in the best imaging is how we invest in our patients.
To learn more, visit utmatters.com.
University Hall was the destination for another presidential hopeful. Independent presidential candidate Ralph Nader addressed a crowd in Doorman Theater last Thursday. He spoke to about 300 students and community members on issues he felt were important. Topics such as health care and the status of the economy were the subjects discussed. Nader believes every vote helps.
Even if you get a few million votes, it's the stepping stone. So in the future, people will say, hey, there's a third political force here, and we're going to triple it, and we're going to quadruple it.
This election marks the 4th time Nader has run for the presidency.
That's it for this election 2008 special edition of UT10 News.
Please remember to get out there and vote, and we'll have more results on Friday.